Try battery 1, battery 2. Faults are out, almost. External power. Alright, let's do fire test. Ready. Fire test. Oxygen is flowing. Alright, let's begin. The refuel.
Refueling truck is on its way.
Catering. This constraints. ID weather constraints. ID terrain. Shift that over and let's listen to the ADAS.
Hans. Solid overcast at 3,000 feet. Temperature 6. Dew point 0. Altimeter 2978. Density altitude minus 700 feet. Helicopter operations in progress. Expect increased activity near the helipad. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Oscar. Montreal/Pierre Elliott Trudeau International Airport. Information Oscar.
Let's go to clearance. And get the airport.
Fuel truck is in position.
Air Canada 168, information Lima, requesting IFR clearance to Montreal via runway 24 left. Air Canada 168, cleared to Toronto, radar vectors Bob Key, then it's filed via Melty, Torney, Radjid 5, arrival. Climb 4000, departure on 134.15, squawk 1726, expecting runway 24 left.
Montreal clearance, hello, this is Copa 484. Information Whiskey IFR to Panama, ready to copy.
Good day, Montreal clearance delivery, Air Canada 1978. We have information Papa, ready to pick up IFR clearance to Toronto. Clear to Toronto via radar vectors to Bobsky, departing runway 24 left. Initial climb, flight level 150, departure on 118.9er, squawk 5615, Air Canada 1978.
Air Canada 1978, readback correct. Ground is on 121.0, safe flight, sir.
Clearance delivery, Air Canada 1518 in Montreal, looking for IFR clearance to St. John is filed with information India.
Clearance on request, stand by.
Cleared to St. John is filed with information India. After departure, fly vectors to Sussex. Departure runway 24 left, initial climb to 4000. Departure frequency 134.15, squawk 2474, Air Canada 1518, thank you.
Good afternoon, Montreal clearance. This is Rouge 556 here at gate 48 with Quebec, looking to pick up my IFR to Toronto.
Clearance, Air Canada 844, ready to pick up IFR clearance to Frankfurt.
Clearance on request, stand by.
Air Canada 427 looking for IFR clearance to Toronto.
I'm working on that clearance, stand by.
Boarding requested.
Montreal clearance,
is
good
complete.
afternoon,
Oops,
or
come on.
good morning still, Air Canada 1590 Heavy with information Golf IFR to Halifax.
Clearance on request, stand by.
Montreal clearance, Air Canada 16, correction, Air Canada.
Montreal clearance, bonjour, this is Shas 604 requesting IFR clearance to Boston. Give me 1 second for that clearance. Roger, clear to Boston after departure flight vector to Vilka, level 5, departure runway 6 right. Initial climb to 4,000 feet, departure frequency 134.15, squawk 3176, Shas 604.
Good afternoon, Air Canada 877, request IFR clearance to Zurich.
Air Canada 0927, ready to copy IFR clearance to Jamaica. Clearance on request, you're number 1.
Montreal Tower, Air Canada 73 requesting IFR clearance to Calgary.
Montreal clearance, good morning, Air Canada 411 with information Juliet, IFR clearance to Toronto.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Clearance to Toronto Airport, radar vectors to Bob Key, then as filed. Departure runway 24 left, climb maintain 4,000, departure frequency 134.15, squawk 5335, Air Canada 411.
Montreal clearance, good afternoon, Spirit Wings 1910 requesting IFR clearance to Newark Airport with information Yankee on board, ready to copy.
Good morning, ready to copy IFR to Quebec City.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Tango, clear to Quebec City, via radar vectors to Anzac, and file, departure runway 24 left, initial climb flight level 190, departure 134.15, squawk 5.
Ratchet 6 arrival into Toronto.
Clearance, good morning, Rouge 1707, gate 7, information Mike, ready to copy.
Yes.
To Las Vegas.
We'll just put both in. See what we get. Airport info. There we go. Well, that's weird. Only one external power was on. Candles are both off now. External power is disconnected.
Montreal clearance, good morning. Air Canada 670, request IFR clearance to Halifax.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Information, Juliet is current, clear to Halifax after departure, fly radar vectors, success, Dennis file, departure runway 6 right. Initial climb to 4,000, departure on 134.15, squawk 3343. Air Canada 670.
Clearance delivery, good afternoon. Air Canada Rouge 1989 in Montreal, looking for IFR clearance to Ottawa as filed, and we have information hotel.
I'll have your clearance in just a second. Rouge 1989er, Montreal clearance cleared to Ottawa. Radar vectors Casca, then is filed. Climb 5,000, expect 12,010 minutes after departure. Departure on 134.15, squawk 2755. Expect runway 24 left.
1527, ready to copy IFR to Toronto. With Victor.
I'll grab that clearance. Give me just a minute.
Sorry, can you repeat that for 1527?
Montreal delivery, Piper, November, Quebec, with information. Foxtrot requesting VFR flight following from Montreal to Saint Jean, Charlie Yankee, Juliet November at 2,000 feet.
Clear to Ottawa via vectors to Casca as filed. Initial climb to 5,000. Expect flight level 120 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 134.15, squawk 2755, Rouge 1989.
Clearance, this is Air Canada 481 Heavy. We've got information, Oscar on board, and looking to pick up our IFR clearance today to Toronto Pearson.
Rouge 1989er, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.0 when ready. Clearance on request, stand by. Air Canada 481, Montreal clearance cleared to Toronto. Radar vectors Bobby, then is filed. Climb 5,000, expect flight level 40010 minutes after departure. Departure on 134.15, squawk 6212. Expect runway 24 left.
Alright, cleared to Toronto, radar vectors to Bob Key, then is filed. Climb 5,000, we'll expect flight level 40010 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is going to be on 134.15, squawking 6212. And we're good with expecting runway 24 left for Air Canada 481 Heavy.
Air Canada 481, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.0 when ready.
Over to ground at 121.0 for Air Canada 481 Heavy. Have a good day.
Stand by.
That's good. We're going to be on 5,000. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Air Canada Flight 481, departing from Montreal to Toronto. On behalf of the entire crew, including Captain Darren McEwen and First Officer Sandra Koivu, we are thrilled to have you with us today. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, feel free to reach out to any member of our friendly crew. Thank you and gracias.
Airlines 97 requests IFR clearance information hotel.
Alright, so that's good.
Montreal ground, American 5350, ready for push and start.
13.4.
American 5350, Montreal ground, push and start approved. Face west.
And we've got 246 on board. 246 on board. And we're back to TO for sync. 24 left.
Jet Mike, Hotel, contact tower on 119.3, take care.
Compute. Send
Taxi
FMS.
via Romeo Alpha 5, contact tower on 119.3. Vision Jet Mike, Hotel.
2.4.
Montreal ground, Air Canada 664, request pushback start, Airbus A330, gate 52.
Ground, this is Air Canada 481 Heavy. We're an Airbus A359 and requesting push and start.
Air Canada 481, push and start, approved, base east.
Base east for Air Canada 481 Heavy. Oh, we are still loading. Never mind. How did that happen? It's really bizarre. Come on, come on.
Pushback approved.
Ground Air Canada 481 Heavy, we're just going to be a few more minutes. We're still completing the boarding process.
Air Canada 481, roger, let me know when you're ready for push and start. Jazz 7930, contact tower on 119.3. Switching to tower, Jazz 7930. Canada Air 4177, contact tower on 119.3. Jazz 638, request pushback. Jazz 638, pushback approved. Push and start approved, Jazz 638.
190.3, Canada Air 4177, goodbye.
Ground Air Canada 481 Heavy, we are now ready for push and start. Sorry about that.
Air Canada 481, push and start approved, base east.
Alright, east for Air Canada 481 Heavy.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Montreal ground, good afternoon. This is Charlie Echo Echo Zulu X-ray.
Departure checks completed.
Runway 068 going to Exeter Aviation. This is Charlie Echo Echo Zulu X-ray going to Starlink.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
Audio.
Roger, Echo Zulu X-ray.
Jazz 638, ready to taxi.
Locking gear.
Jazz 638, runway 24 left taxi via north ramp Alpha 4 Alpha Alpha 7. Runway 24 left taxi via north ramp Alpha 4 Alpha Alpha 7, Jazz 638.
Montreal ground, good day. Request IFR clearance to Vienna with information Quebec, Air Canada 901 kilo. Clear to Vienna after departure, fly radar vector contact. Departure runway 24 left, initial time 4000, departure 134.15, squawk 3415, Air Canada 901 kilo, heavy.
Piedmont 6021, contact tower on 119.3. Switching to tower, Piedmont 6021.
brakes, please.
Parking brake released.
Air Canada 992 requesting.
Sky conditions, solid overcast at 4,000 feet.
Sorry, why did it
Temperature
change?
7. Dew.
Weird. Parking brake
Commencing
released.
push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Engine 2 is going up.
Montreal ground, American 5350 at the stand, ready for push and start. Push and start approved, facing west, American 5350. Montreal ground, American 5350, request push and start.
Montreal ground, Air Canada, Rouge 1989, request taxi runway 24 left, please.
Rouge 1989er, runway 24 left, taxi via South Apron, Alpha 4, Alpha Romeo.
Canada 168 requesting IFR clearance to Montreal. Clear to Montreal via the CYUL 5 departure, then is filed. Climb 5000, expected flight level 33010 minutes after departure. Departure on 134.15, squawk 2424, expect runway 24 left.
65, ready to push. John 7965, pushback approved.
Weird.
Roger, pushback approved, Jazz 7965.
Taxi via South Apron, Alpha 4, Alpha Romeo. Rouge 1989, thank you.
Charlie X-ray Delta Quebec, ready to taxi. Charlie X-ray Delta Quebec, runway 24 left, taxi via Lima Alpha 3, Alpha 7.
Pushback has begun and safety announcement is being made.
Runway 24 left, taxi via Lima Alpha 3, Alpha 7. Charlie
Cabin
X-ray
attendants,
Delta
armed
Quebec.
doors, and cross-check. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Air Canada Flight 481, departing from Montreal to Toronto. On behalf of the entire crew, including Captain Darren McEwen and First Officer Sandra Koivu, we are thrilled to have
we
you
are at
with
the
us
gate
today. Please give us your
77.
full attention. Safety first,
At the
fiesta
USD
later,
terminal,
eh?
requesting clearance for pushback and engine start, please.
606, pushback and engine start approved.
Pushback and engine start approved. What? Facing where? Montreal ground, I keep asking you questions you never answer. You gave me clearance for pushback and engine start, and I'm asking you, facing where? Which direction, sir?
Jazz 7965, ready to taxi.
Okay.
Jazz 7965, runway 24 left, taxi via South Ramp, Alpha 4, Alpha 7.
Runway 24 left, taxi
Unlock
via
immediate.
South Ramp, Alpha
Parking
4,
brake set.
Alpha 7, Jazz 7965.
Rouge 1636, contact tower on 119.3. Switching to tower, Rouge 1636. Foxtrot Charlie Juliet Bravo, ready to taxi to the active for VFR pattern work. Foxtrot Charlie Juliet Bravo, taxi to runway 24 left at your discretion.
Taxi to runway 24 left, Foxtrot Charlie Juliet Bravo.
Alright. Anti-missile check. Flight controls full left, full right, up, down,
Tow truck
check.
disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Oh, this guy's going that way. Okay. Ground Air Canada 481 Heavy, ready to taxi.
Air Canada 481, runway 24 left, taxi via South Apron, Alpha 4, Alpha 7.
Runway 24 left, taxi via South Apron, Alpha 4, Alpha 7, Air Canada 481 Heavy. After start checklist is complete. that's good. And ignition off, APU's off. Release parking brake. Okay, we're good. Flight controls are good. Takeoff config is... Why isn't that going? Oh, that's why. Sandra, let's brief the departure, please.
We'll be departing from runway 24 left. We'll be flying the Bobby departure with an initial climb clearance to 5,000. Transition altitude is 18,000. After takeoff, we'll follow the SID profile with radar vectors to Bobby, climbing to flight level 400. Weather at departure shows no significant weather expected en route. In the event of an engine failure below 400, we'll continue straight ahead and follow ATC instructions. Above 400, we'll follow the engine out SID procedure, climbing to 3,000 before turning back. For any abnormalities or emergencies before V1, we'll reject the takeoff and apply maximum braking. After V1, we'll continue the takeoff, handle the emergency, and communicate with ATC. We have been cleared as filed. Squawk code is 6212, and departure frequency will be 134.15. We're configured for takeoff with flaps 5. V1 is 142 knots, VR is 147 knots, and V2 is 152 knots. We'll climb out at V2 plus 10 knots. I think we're ready to go, Captain.
Foxtrot, Romeo Zulu, ready to taxi.
Alright, let's...
Foxtrot, Romeo Zulu, runway 24 left, taxi via Romeo Alpha, Alpha 5. Runway 24 left, taxi via Romeo Alpha, Alpha 5, Foxtrot, Romeo Zulu.
Montreal ground, American 5350 requests progressive taxi to the active runway.
American 5350, Montreal ground, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Request progressive taxi to the active runway for departure. Okay, taxi runway 24 left via west taxiway, east taxiway, west taxiway, Bravo 6, Charlie, Alpha. Contact tower on 119.3 when ready for departure. American 5350.
Contact tower on 119.3. Air Canada 421, contact tower on 124.3.
124.3, Air Canada 421.
Montreal ground, Air Canada 864, ready for push and start.
Air Canada 864, push and start, approved.
Air Canada 864. Montreal ground, Air Canada 0550, requesting taxi clearance to Atlantic City.
1 second while I grab the paperwork.
Taxiing to runway 24 left via Alpha Bravo, will be short of runway 24 left, Air Canada 0550. Good evening. Montreal ground, Air Canada 15 Alpha, request clearance for New York. Montreal Tower, good evening, Air Transat 485, ready for departure, runway 24 right. Ready for takeoff, runway 24 right, Air Transat 485.
Air Transit 485, you are on ground frequency. Contact tower on 124.3 for departure clearance.
Negative, I'm on 121.0. That is tower frequency for Montreal.
Contact tower on 119.3.
Tower, Dev 638.
Pushback approved, facing east for Air Canada 664, thank you.
Ground Air Canada 168 requesting IFR clearance. Montreal ground, Rouge 1590, gate 7, ready for pushback and engine start.
Rouge 15900, Montreal ground, pushback and engine start approved, face east.
Push and start approved, face east, Air Canada, Rouge 1590.
Rouge 1590, contact tower on 124.3, safe flight.
Air Canada 413, request clearance to Toronto.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
Clear to Toronto via radio vectors, Bobby. Dennis, filed, climb 4000, split flight level 320. 10 minutes after departure, departure of 134.15, squawk 3642. Suspect runway 24 left. Air Canada 413.
Air Canada 413, read back correct.
We'll give way to the GA Queen Air, Foxtrot, Romeo Zulu.
Delta Golf contact departure.
Contact departure. Marshall Tower, holding short of 6 right, Air Canada 5416 is ready for departure.
1210, close of X-ray.
Charlie X-ray Delta back short of runway 24 left.
Holding short of runway 24 left, Charlie X-ray Delta Quebec.
RMHH Mike Hotel, contact departure on 134.15.
Contact departure 124.15, Charlie Romeo Mike Hotel.
Charlie X-ray Delta Quebec, cross runway 24 left.
Cross runway 24 left, Charlie X-ray Delta Quebec.
Air Canada 168, contact departure.
Departure Air Canada 168, en route to Toronto.
Montreal Tower, good evening. Request 8775, request IFR Ottawa. Montreal Tower, request 8775, request IFR to Ottawa.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Request Ottawa's file after departure fly radar Victor to Kiska. Looks like runway 6 right, initial climb to 3000, departure 134.15, score 1265, request 8775.
Bravo Romeo Uniform, contact departure.
Contacting departure. Should it be arrival?
Foxtrot cross runway 24 left. Runway 24 left, Charlie Hotel Lima Foxtrot. Foxtrot Charlie Juliet Bravo, contact departure. Switching to departure, Foxtrot Charlie Juliet Bravo.
Foxtrot Romeo Zulu, short of 24 left, ready for departure.
Foxtrot Romeo Zulu, winds 290 at 12, gusting 19er, runway 24 left, cleared for takeoff, safe travels.
Cleared for takeoff, 24 left, Foxtrot Romeo Zulu.
Montreal Tower, Porter 384, established on the RNAV Zulu runway 24 right. Porter 384, roger.
Departure, Giant 061 Heavy, good day.
Giant 061, contact departure. Air Canada 8905, contact departure. Porter 384, winds 290 at 12, gusting 19er, runway 24 right, cleared to land. 24 right, cleared to land, Porter 384.
Not sure where that guy went, but we will take it.
Yeah, 7773, contact departure.
Tower, Air Canada 481 Heavy, we are approaching runway 24 left, we're ready to go.
Order departure, Jeff 7773, good day. Air Canada 481 Heavy, Montreal Tower, runway 24 left, winds 290 at 12, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 24 left, Air Canada 481 Heavy.
Air Canada 1978, contact departure.
Over to departure, Air Canada 1978.
Air Canada 532, contact departure.
Contact departure, Air Canada 532.
Air Canada 532, contact Montreal departure.
Contact departure for Air Canada 532.
Both engines stable. Enflex, SRS, blue. Airspeed's alive. Rotate.
Right. We're now proceeding to general aviation to park. FCA
Positive rate gear going up.
Papa Hotel Romeo, taxi departing via Alpha, good day. Papa Hotel Romeo, welcome to Montreal. Contact ground on 121.0.
Contact ground on 121.0. Papa Hotel Romeo. Good day.
Air Canada 481, contact departure on 134.15.
Contacting departure on 134.15. Air Canada 481.
Flaps stowed.
Montreal departure, Air Canada 481. Good afternoon, we're climbing past 1500.
Air Canada 481, heavy Montreal departure, radar contact. Climb flight level 270, turn right, heading 290, vectors to Bobby. Venice file.
Air Canada 428 on the
Climb flight level 270, right heading 290, vectors to Bobby, then as filed. Air Canada 481 Heavy.
Flightcraft 3775, contact Montreal Tower on 119.3.
193, flightcraft 3775.
Lufthansa 473, climb flight level 230.
Lufthansa 473, request radar vectors to Antec, please.
NTA's on.
Air Canada 481, direct Bobby, then as filed, please.
That's what we're doing, but
United 1549, 3 miles from trips. Turn right heading 295. Descend and maintain 10200 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway, 19er approach.
Okay, we'll climb up to flight level 300 for American 5350.
Climb 5000, Air Canada 489. Alright, Bob Key, then as filed, Air Canada 489.
Air Canada 489er, climb flight level 220.
Climb flight level 220, Air Canada 489. Montreal departure, Walker 3775 with you, passing 2,300 for 4,000. Direct Burko, Walker 3775. Continue to 4,000, Walker 3775.
passing 10,000 feet.
Walker 3775, climb flight level 210.
Air Canada 481, climb flight level 280.
Dear guests,
flight level
we are now at a
280,
safe
Air
altitude.
Canada
The
481.
lavatories are available for your use, and you may now use approved electronic devices in flight mode. Cabin service will begin shortly, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Execute
Thank you
missed
for
approach. Give
choosing
me
Air
1 second.
Canada, and gracias.
Montreal approach, Rouge 1611, we missed approach again, second time. I would like to request a change of runway. ILS 06, runway 06 left, giving us 20 knots, if not above, of tailwind, okay? No, we can't do that. Please assign me, can you please give me runway 24 right?
Order 378, contact Montreal Tower on 119.3.
119.3, Order 378.
Endeavour 5450, climb flight level 300.
Climb flight level 300, Endeavour 5450.
Montreal departure, Air Canada 255 at 3,000.
Air Canada 255, Montreal departure, radar contact, clear direct Bobby.
Air Canada 481, climb flight level 320. Dashboard 2364, contact Ottawa Tower on 118.8.
Climbing to flight level 320, Air Canada 481.
Echo Zulu X-ray, contact Montreal Tower on 119.3. 3, equals to strike. Air Canada 481, contact Montreal Center on 126.9er. Air Canada 404, contact Montreal Tower on 119.3.
Switching to Montreal Center on 126.9er. Air Canada 481. Montreal Center, Air Canada 481. Good afternoon. Climbing through 17,000 for flight level 320.
Air Canada 481, Montreal Center, identified. Good afternoon, Montreal, altimeter 2981. Simbit 5415, understood. 60F5.
Altimeter 2981. Air Canada 481.
Air Canada 481, climb flight level 370.
Climbing flight level 370. Air Canada 481.
And I had direct to Sloka, Simbit 5415. 100 is taking me way out of the way. No traffic out here. And I had direct Sloka, Simbit 5415. Simbit 5415, clear direct Sloka. Clear direct Sloka, Simbit 5415.
Maintain VFR at or below 3,000 feet. Golf November, Quebec, Quebec. Montreal clearance delivery, November, Quebec, Quebec.
Just going to maintain 3,000 Simbit 5415. I would like heading to cancel that.
Delta 1112 with you, flight level 360, just past Charlie Yankee Uniform Lima.
Delta 1112, Montreal Center identified. Good afternoon.
Air Canada 481, climb flight level 400.
Climbing flight level 400. Air Canada 481.
Montreal Center, Walker 1418, flight level 390.
Walker 1418, Montreal Center identified. Good afternoon.
Flight level 5, 057.
United 7522, Montreal Center radar contact.
Requesting flight following United 752.
United 752. You are already receiving flight following.
Flight level 380, United 752.
United 752, climb and maintain flight level 380.
Climb and maintain flight level 380, United 752.
VF Roger. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Frequency change approved.
Cessna approach 107 Charlie Foxtrot. Request flight following to Saint-Hyacinthe Airport 107 Charlie Foxtrot.
7 CF Montreal Tower. We do not have radar services for flight following. Contact St. John approach on 125.15 for flight following services.
Sunday 5415 is at 9,700, descending for 7,000.
Simbit World 5415, Montreal Center, roger.
Sunday 5415, I was assigned to a Melty 6 arrival, but there is no Melty 6 arrival into Montreal for 24 left. I may need vector 24 left.
Air Canada 481, contact Toronto Centre on 124.675.
Switching to Toronto Centre on 124.675. Air Canada 481. Toronto Centre, Air Canada 481. Good afternoon. We're climbing through flight level 390.
Air Canada 481, Toronto Centre identified. Good afternoon.
Enter 888 is ready for descent.
Cherry 888, whenever you'd like, descend flight level 210.
Descend flight level 210, Cherry 888.
Dear guests, we are now cruising comfortably at altitude. The cabin crew will begin our snack and beverage service shortly. I highly recommend trying our delicious Montreal smoked meat sandwiches, or perhaps some Pringles to munch on. After the service, we will also have selected items from the Air Canada shop available for you. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Gracias.
Swiss 80, contact Toronto approach on 124.475.
Contact Toronto approach on 124.475, please 80.
Air Canada 481 Heavy, ready for our descent.
Air Canada 481, cleared Ragged 6, arrival into Toronto. When you're ready to begin your descent, descend flight level 310.
Cleared Ragged 6 arrival into Toronto. Descend flight level 310 when ready. Air Canada 481.
Air Canada 481, descend flight level 280.
Code 51, any shortcuts for us?
Descending flight level 280. Air Canada 481.
Air Canada 481, descend altitude 16500, turn left heading 235 vectors for the ILS runway 23 approach.
Why am I getting all that so soon?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now
Descending
left
to
our cruising altitude and
16,500.
have started our
Left heading
approach to
235 for
Toronto. At this
vectors to
time, we
ILS
kindly
runway
ask
23
everyone to
approach.
return to your seats,
Air
stow your
Canada
tables,
481.
fasten your seatbelts, and please note that the usage of the lavatories is no longer allowed. Thank you for your cooperation, and we will be landing shortly. Gracias.
Toronto Center, Air Canada 419 are with you, flight level 360. Good afternoon.
Air Canada 419, Toronto Center identified. Good afternoon.
Descend to flight level 180, Simbit 1213.
Simbit World 213, contact Boston Center on 133.25.
Toronto Center, this is Air Canada 409, with you at flight level 280. Center, Air Canada 409, request descend to flight level 140.
Air Canada 409 descend flight level 140.
Descend flight level 140, Air Canada 409.
Air Canada 410, Toronto Center identified. Good afternoon.
Center Air Canada 410 is ready to descend. We're ready to descend via the arrival.
Toronto Center, WestJet 65, beginning our descent via the Amoeba 5 arrival. Via Amoeba 9 in Toronto.
WJ65, contact Toronto approach on 124.475.
54 WestJet 65 and 124.475. Have a great day.
Air Canada 481, turn right heading 255.
Right heading 255, Air Canada 481.
WestJet 375, contact Toronto approach on 124.475.
Contact Toronto approach 124.475, WestJet 375.
Toronto Center, Air Canada 895 with you, flight level 400. Good afternoon.
Air Canada 895, contact Toronto approach on 124.475.
Switching to Toronto approach on 124.475 for Air Canada 895. Have a good day.
Phaser 1, contact Ottawa approach on 35.5.
Ottawa approach on 35.5. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Toronto Center, approach 97, leaving 9700 for 3000. You forgot about me?
Rouge 97, roger, descend and maintain 3000, Toronto, QNH 2974.
Descend, maintain 3000, QNH 2974, Rouge 97.
Air Canada 481, turn left heading 235.
Left heading 235, Air Canada 481.
Toronto Center, Piper November, Quebec at 3,000 feet. We'd like to cancel flight following November, Quebec.
November, Quebec, Quebec, roger. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Frequency change approved.
VFR, Piper, November, Quebec, Quebec.
Underjet 8134, Quebec, Toronto Center. Descend via IMEBA 9er into Toronto.
Descent via the IMEBA 9er into Toronto on a Jet 34 Quebec.
WestJet 579er, contact Toronto approach on 124.475.
4.475, WestJet 579er, see ya.
Air Canada 427, contact Toronto approach on 124.475.
Over to approach, Air Canada 427.
We'll be arriving in Toronto on runway 23 using the ILS approach. We'll be flying the Rajet 6 arrival. Transition level is 18,000 feet. After the star, we'll intercept the ILS to runway 23. Weather at arrival shows winds 310 at 11 knots. No significant weather expected. In the event of a missed approach, we'll follow the published missed approach procedure. For any abnormalities, we'll communicate with ATC and execute a go-around or missed approach as needed. Squawk code remains 6212, and approach frequency will be 128.4. We'll configure for landing with flaps 30. Final approach speed will be 135 knots. Once on the ground, we'll be taxiing to gate, Terminal 124. I think we're ready for the arrival, Captain.
Air Canada 1020, contact Toronto approach on 124.475.
Code 124.475, Air Canada 1020.
Air France 386, contact Toronto approach on 124.475.
Contact Toronto approach 124.475, Air France 386, Quebec.
Air Canada 481, turn right heading 265.
Right heading 265, Air Canada 481.
Altitude 9,000, KLM 8901 head.
KLM 6901, contact Toronto approach on 124.475.
Air Canada 611, contact Toronto approach on 124.475.
124.475, Air Canada 611, have a good night. Speed 250, Air Canada 611.
Air Canada 481, descend altitude 9,000.
Over to Toronto approach on 124.475 for Air Canada 895. Have a good day.
Descending to 9,000. Air Canada 481.
Air
895, contact Toronto approach on 124.475.
Switching to Toronto approach on 124.475. Have a good day.
Air Canada 481, contact Toronto approach on 124.475.
Switching to Toronto approach on 124.475, Air Canada 481. Toronto approach, Air Canada 481. Good afternoon, we're descending from 15,000 to 9,000.
Air Canada 481, heavy Toronto approach identified. Good afternoon, Toronto altimeter 29907. Expect the ILS runway 23 approach into Toronto.
Altimeter 29907. Expecting ILS runway 23 approach into Toronto. Air Canada 481 heavy.
Departure, Air France 355 with you at 2,600 for 5,000.
Air France 355, climb flight level 210.
Toronto Center, this is Air Canada 890, requesting oceanic clearance to Rome International Airport.
Air Canada 895, contact Toronto Tower on 118.35.
Toronto Tower 118.35, Air Canada 895.
Flight level 310, Canada 400. Climb flight level 310, Canada 400.
Air Canada 400, contact Toronto Center on 124.925.
Say again for Canada 400.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin our final approach into Toronto, we kindly ask that you turn off all electronic devices and stow them until we arrive at the gate. Please ensure your tray tables are put away, your seats are in their full upright position, and your seatbelts are fastened. Our assigned gate is Terminal 124. Thank you for your cooperation, and we will be landing shortly. Gracias.
Departure, Canada Air Force 47, 4,000 for 5,000. Canada Air 447, Toronto departure, radar contact, climb via the SID.
Climb 5,000 direct New Gulf, flare 99900.
Flare 99900, climb flight level 220. Air Canada 481, descend altitude 6,000.
Descending to 6,000. Air Canada 481.
Roger, Canada 448.
Air Canada 448, climb flight level 270.
Air Canada 600, climb flight level 330.
Climb flight level 330, Air Canada 600. Climb flight level 330, Air Canada 600.
Air Canada 768, climb flight level 290.
Climb flight level 290, Air Canada 768.
From departure, Walker 1418, passing 3,000, climbing 4,000. Climb 14,000, start good, that's Walker 1418.
Walker 1418, climb flight level 220.
Air Canada 442, climb flight level 270. Climbing to flight level 270 for Air Canada 442.
Air Canada 442, climb flight level 290.
Climbing to flight level 290 for Air Canada 442.
Air Canada 481, heavy, proceed direct Calvi. Descend altitude 3000 until established on the localizer cleared for the ILS runway 23 approach.
Proceed direct Calvi. Descend altitude 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 23 approach. Air Canada 481.
Flight attendant seats for landing.
American 1876, contact Toronto Tower on 118.35.
Tower on 118.35, American 1876.
Air Canada 334, climb flight level 230. Air Canada 720, climb flight level 260.
Level 260, I come to 720.
Air Canada 720, climb flight level 300.
Bravo 300, Canada 720.
JetBlue 255, contact Toronto Center on 127.0.
Center on 127.0, JetBlue 255.
Air France 387, climb flight level 280. Air France 387, climb flight level 320.
Climb flight level 320, Air France 387.
Departure Air Canada 04 with you, climbing flight level 310. 1000, turn right, heading 150, vectors to Perro, then as filed.
Canada Air Bravo Juliet 04, climb flight level 220.
Climbing flight level 220.
Air Canada 481, contact Toronto Tower on 118.35.
Contacting Toronto Tower on 118.35. Air Canada 481. Toronto Tower, Air Canada 481. Good afternoon, we're established on the ILS approach for runway 23.
Air Canada 481, heavy, Toronto Tower, roger, continue approach, runway 23.
AC316, contact departure.
Over to departure, AC316, good day.
Runway 23, clear time for JPAS. Toronto Tower, just a question, who's busy at the airport?
Air Canada 481, heavy, Toronto Tower, winds 280 at 6, runway 23, cleared to land.
Clear to land runway 23. Air Canada 481 Heavy.
Landing checklist. Checklist complete.
American 2450, contact departure.
2000.
Check.
Going to departure, American 2450. Good day.
TI south.
Air Canada 1188, welcome to Toronto. Contact ground on 119.1.
Air Canada 65 on the ILS, runway 23 approach at 3,100.
Delta 9 Oscar Mike, contact departure.
Approaching departure, Delta 9 Oscar Mike.
Skyline 4311, welcome to Toronto. Contact ground on 119.1.
Over ground 119.1, Skyline 4311.
Skyline 8599, contact
1000.
departure.
Over departure, Skyline 8599.
Aircraft is mine.
Air Canada 81, welcome to Toronto. Contact ground on 119.1.
Over to ground on 119.1 for Air Canada 81. Have a good day.
$400. 100 above.
Continue.
300. Minimum
Landing.
200.
Hey, Pearson
100.
Tower, what the hell's going
90,
on here? I was
80,
number one behind
70,
Air Canada,
60,
and you've let two planes
50,
go in front of me.
40.
Canada
30.
Air 447, contact
Friendly
departure.
time. 10.
Contacting
5.
departure, Canada Air 447.
Canada Air 447, contact departure on 124.475. Air Canada 481, contact ground on 119.1. Express 542, contact departure.
Switching to ground on 119.1. Air Canada 481. Toronto ground, Air Canada 481, cleared of runway 23, ready to taxi to the gate. Good afternoon.
Air Canada 481, Toronto ground, taxi to Terminal 1, Gate 24 via Hotel 2, Hotel Alpha, Alpha Kilo 6. Have a good day.
Terminal 1, Gate 24. Hotel 2, Hotel Alpha, Alpha Kilo 6, Air Canada 481.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Toronto. We hope you enjoyed your flight with us today. Did you know that Toronto is home to the CN Tower, which was once the tallest freestanding structure in the world? Also, the city is known for its diverse culture and vibrant art scene.
Approved, face west.
Thank you for flying with Air Canada. Please remain seated until we reach our final parking position.
Pearson Ground, good afternoon.
On behalf of Captain Darren McEwen, First Officer Sandra Coiffre, and the entire crew, we wish you a pleasant stay here in Toronto. The local time is 2:45 p.m. If you have a connecting flight, please listen closely. Flight AC 423 to Vancouver departs at 3:15 p.m. from Gate 52. And Flight AC 231 to Calgary departs at 3:30 p.m. from Gate 56. Thank you.
West Cargo 90153, ready for taxi.
WestJet 90153, pushback approved. Face northwest. Boeing, read back correct.
Whoa, what's this guy doing? Sir?
Air Transat 802, start and pushback approved. Face southwest.
Roger. WestJet 898 request taxi to runway to take off. 33 right.
Air Canada 898, contact tower on 118.35.
I'll turn right here. Avoid this. That's a balloon.
Canada 416, clear to taxi, ready to taxi.
Air Canada 416, Toronto ground, push and start approved. Face southeast. Lufthansa 273, read back correct.
Toronto ground, citation Charlie Fox, Whiskey Tango Fox, clear, runway 23 at Foxtrot, looking to taxi to the
Engine 2's going
North
down.
General Aviation ramp, please. Foxtrot, Juliet, Kilo, Whiskey Tango Fox.
Turn left next taxiway.
Clear to Canada and Gold 5 departure, send us south. Maintain 5,000, expect to be 5 to 10 minutes 350, 10 minutes at departure. Departure frequency is 124.475. Squawk 26.
Wiz 108, read back correct.
Wiz 108. 18 Bravo. Request push and start. Push start approved. Contact apron on 119.99er for tug assistance if needed. Wiz 108.
Toronto Ground Air France 355 Heavy requesting push and start.
Air France 355, push and start approved, face southwest.
Push and start approved, face southwest. Air France 355 Heavy. Ready for pushback.
Air Canada 420, Toronto ground, pushback approved, face southwest.
Parking brake set. Engine 2's off, beacon on, seatbelt signs coming on. The pumps are off.